Good day from the front lines of the fight for faith and freedom. My name is Adv Nadene Badenhorst, for SA's legal counsel, here to tell you about our court case against the COGTA minister that is running in the Johannesburg High Court from Monday 22 to Wednesday 24 November. Now, in the court case, 4SA is challenging government's complete ban on religious gatherings across the country in terms of the COVID-19 lockdown regulations earlier this year. And even though we are no longer under a complete ban, it remains very important for the matter to be heard and decided in order to set a legal precedent to determine the reasons for which and the extent to which government can limit our constitutionally guaranteed religious freedom rights, including our right to gather in person to collectively exercise our faith. Now, one of the central focus points in the case will be the constitutionality or otherwise of the regulations. 4SA argues that the ban on religious gatherings violates, amongst others, the right to religious freedom in Section 15 of the Constitution, which right includes the right to gather in person with other believers to collectively exercise one's faith. And in support of this argument, 4SA will refer to and rely on case law from various foreign courts, including the US Supreme Court and also the Scotland Supreme Court, stating that remote viewing, that is via online broadcasting services, is not the same as and is no substitute for gathering in person, which for many believers is fundamental to the practicing of their faith. Now, the reality is that while many churches and religious organizations have embraced live streaming over the internet to try and keep contact with their members during the lockdown, millions of people in South Africa simply do not have the means and the infrastructure to find new ways of worship, as the president instructed. And as a result of the ban, they were therefore completely prohibited from exercising their constitutionally protected religious rights. And 4SA will argue further also that the fact that other gatherings, including at cinemas, casinos, conferencing facilities, gyms and restaurants, were allowed to continue while religious gatherings were banned, amounts to unfair discrimination against the religious community in terms of Section 9 of the Constitution. And although the COGTA minister says that religious gatherings are super spreaders, there is in fact no evidence that religious gatherings where the necessary health protocols are observed pose any greater risk than any other type of gathering. And in this regard, again, 4SA will refer to and rely on foreign case law condemning the favouring of secular business over religious gatherings in relation to the COVID restrictions. We want to ask you to support us in this fight for faith and freedom by praying for us, but also by making a donation towards this case. 4SA is entirely dependent on voluntary financial contributions, so your generosity will make a huge difference in funding the significant costs in taking this critical matter to court. For details on how to make a donation, visit the 4SA website and click on the Donate Now button. Please do reference your donation with lockdown if you want your gift to be allocated to this particular case. For more details on the case as it unfolds next week, visit the 4SA webpage or our Facebook page. Thank you and speak again.